What's up, guys? QuarterHoarder here. You know, all winter we've been metal detecting some of the oldest farm fields in the entire northeast of America, finding tons of colonial coppers, hammered silver, oodles and oodles of buttons. But now all the farm fields are planted until next year, so on to the houses we go. And the houses? Well, they offer their own incredible selection of things. We can get coins and toys and all sorts of things from 300 years ago until last year. So I'm super excited to go on to a new part of the metal detecting season. But this week will be the last farm field detecting trip of the entire year, and man, we go out with a bang. More coins, more buttons, more relics from our amazing 1600s colonial cob field. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, the last farm field of the entire year, and I will see you at the end. Later. Oh man, I just got a good signal. I'm not far from one of the two farmhouses. We're in between the two old farmhouses where we've got all the cobs so far, and I got a screaming signal here. Listen to this one. Listen how loud that is, and the number is not moving. Right around a 50. I think this is going to be a large copper. Doug is way down by the road. I'm just going to have to dig this one up myself and see what I get. All right, I dug about a 4-inch plug, flipped it up, got the pinpointer out, and when I put it in there, I instantly heard this. There was a little dirt bomb on top of it that I pushed to the side, but I could see a big circle right there. It's going to be a large copper coin, and I didn't even touch it yet. I think I see a wreath. I can't tell if that's a wreath or not. It rained a lot last night, so I'm getting a lot of like watery mud, and I don't want to scratch it trying to get the water off, the mud off. Let me get a brush, clean it up properly, and I'll come right back and see what we got. All right, there's my coin, and I cleaned it up. It cleaned up really nicely. This is a beautiful braided hair large cent. These I think are from 1839 to 1857, if I am not mistaken. Very thick coin, which is why it hit up into the 50s. But you can see the whole head. You can see most of the stars on the right-hand side. The date would obviously be at the bottom. I can't see the date at the moment, but I'll give it a toothbrush later and take a look. The back flips like that. It's still drying off. You can see 1 cent in the center. You could see most of the wreath, hoping for something even older than this. As crazy as that sounds, here comes Doug. As crazy as it sounds, Doug, it's a braided hair.
Wow.
And I'm hoping for something 100 years older than this.
Yeah.
Like of not many places that you're pulling out a coin of this age, but hoping for one 100 years older.
Did you happen to notice where you found it?
Yeah, right there in that hole. Can you see where I dug? Yeah, right there. Wait, no, maybe it was up. Nope, right there.
All those dig marks are. Well, it's close to where we found other coppers and your cob.
Well, that's why I came over here, because it was near where I got my cob.
Right.
So I'm going to roll the dice. This was a screaming 50. Doug blew my earballs out.
Wow. Goes to show, as well as we thought we hit this, there's still high.
You always miss stuff.
That's right.
All right, well, the charismatic and handsome dog tag Doug, Mexican Doug, Jane Fonda Doug, got himself a copper. I haven't seen it yet. Is it still covered in wet, mucky dirt?
Yes.
Where is it, Doug?
Keep coming. Keep coming.
Keep coming.
Go into the tailings.
Over there.
It's right there.
Mid-tone, a low mid-tone, Doug.
33.
Yeah, that's what I was getting, a 33. Oh, right there.
Yes. I think it's a half cent.
No, it's a large cent, but it's thin. It's probably going to be British, and with that low, maybe counterfeit.
Could it be William and Mary?
It's just possible. I mean,
That low?
should I knock the dirt off, Doug?
Yeah, go ahead. Get your hands dirty.
Doug's William and Mary was really low like that. It's all muddy. Well,
Interestingly,
I'm going to be smearing mud, Doug. Interestingly, what?
should I brush Interestingly, that number produced our cobs.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's been the magic number.
Area. So I thought I was going to be digging because it sounded too good.
Yeah.
You want me to lightly brush it?
Yeah, well, it might take a little bit. I'm gonna break away We're going to brush it and come back and unveil the mystery of Doug's 33.
Charlie, put it in your pocket.
Put it in my pocket.
All right, well, there's Dougie's circle, and this one's sad, Doug.
It is.
It's really sad. We were looking at it with the mega numbers 5 glasses, and we couldn't see a darn thing.
Now that's the Hubble telescope at home.
Yeah, we would need the Hubble telescope to even be able to...
You have a shot at it.
Yeah, I can't see. See, like right there, the sun's hitting it nice.
Yeah.
But I can't...
Can't
I
make
can't
out anything.
No, not even like a tuft of hair or a piece of the neck or, you know, the side angle of a nostril, nothing. So, Doug, you got a really old circle, and my gut was that it's British, but Doug's gut is that it's not British.
Well, look at the thickness of it.
I just did.
To me, that's too thick for British coin.
Okay, well.
But it did ring up low.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Charlie, what country of origin do you guess this circle's from?
I think
Madagascar?
Ethiopian?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, yeah. Yeah, it's a Costa Rican. We don't know, Doug. But congratulations. Hey, it's still a nice old circle.
It's not what we would expect.
We
after
just
hitting
dig up
this
the
100.
good sounding beeps. We have no control over what they're going to be.
Yep.
Well done, my friend.
Alrighty.
Well, Charlie the Heritage Relic Hunter's got himself a coin. So he says, I haven't seen it yet. He said it's a little coin.
I've had a tough time today. I forgot my hat.
Yeah, you're going to get sunburn on your head.
Yeah.
Let's see what you, let's see what you get.
Right here. The sun's in my eyes all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Looks like a coin.
it's an Indian, Charlie. Not a lot of Indians from this place. Not a lot of them at all.
Might be the second or third one. This whole farm.
I think that in all these trips, I think maybe you're right, the third one.
Well, I'm hoping, since it's in India, I'm hoping for that 77. To
Yeah, that's probably the one.
Coin there.
Well, it's thin, so you're on your way.
This place has been good to me. I like it to be a little bit gooder.
Is that a word, Charlie? You were a teacher. How can you say gooder? Oh, Charlie.
What?
I saw the 7. It's 18. Looks like 73.
Oh wow!
I
don't
think.
have any 70s.
No, they're the harder ones. I think it's 73.
Right.
It's going to warrant a brush down, but I can clearly see 187. I'm going to get the better glasses on. We'll give it a gentle brush down, and we'll see what you got.
I'll use to brush my hair too.
Yeah. Fix your hair. Make it look presentable for the camera. Let's see what you get, Charlie.
Okay. Deep, really deep.
Yeah, there's Charlie's Indian. That was deep. Was it almost as deep as your groat?
No,
No,
my groat was half this.
Because you are deep groat.
Deep.
Looks like the year is 1872. And I had to Google it, Charlie. Only 4 million minted, so a lower mint mark. I think it's green also, isn't it?
Yeah, it's green, yeah.
Green looks like a half-melted Hershey bar to me.
Now you make me hungry.
I know.
I just ate a banana and threw it in the hole.
There's the back. That'll help. There's the back, and that is beautiful. I love the shield, the wreath. This was from one wipe, too, just a swoop with the fingertip. Well, heck of a job on the Indian, Charlie. Not very many of them.
No, like I said, 2 or 3.
You are in an elusive club there, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, Doug, I got a potential good one here.
Yeah.
In the hole, it was a scratchy, like 50. And I said, I don't want to live dig it. It didn't sound real good. I flipped out this big boulder, and now it sounds really good, although the number's a little lower.
That's not a clump, it's a landslide.
I know it is. So we're gonna do a what's in the big boulder
Landslide.
thing. Yeah. Ready? I don't know what it's gonna be. Whoa, could be junk.
Yeah, but it could be
Not,
something nice.
you're darn tootin'. All right.
It's just weird to be getting high tones as
On
well
this
as
side.
we've covered this area. Still there.
Yep. Oh. I don't know if it's a button or
Wow.
a coin yet.
It's big.
Bent in half.
Looking coinish.
Well, I don't know. I can't tell.
Is it a little tacoed? I can't tell through the...
It's bent.
Oh,
totally
yeah,
in
it
half.
is, yeah. Okay.
Let me get my glasses on, Doug. I don't see a shank mark offhand.
Yeah, I think it's just a tacoed coin.
I do too. All right, Doug, let me give it a brush down, and we're going to see that. We should have live dug it. What was I thinking?
Well, you got to listen to me more.
I do. It's my biggest fault.
Mama didn't raise no fool.
All right, Doug, there is the climax, I guess, of my what's in the boulder. And it's so bad, I should have just left it in the boulder, Doug. I don't. But look how it bent like that, like a bird in flight's wings.
Yeah.
And I tried to brush it as best I could. I did all the side light, all the tricks that I could do in the field, and I don't see a darn thing on either side. Yours and mine together, back to back, just junky coppers.
But coppers nonetheless.
Yeah, here's the back side. You can see no shank mark.
No.
Definitely was a coin at one time. And if I try to do like a little close up, there's this side of the fold. And, this side of the fold. This is why they call them taco. Doug, talking about tacos. Now, I know you don't like Taco Bell, but my wife makes homemade chicken tacos sometimes.
Yeah.
And I love putting them in the Dorito taco shell.
Yeah.
I heard they stopped making Dorito taco shells. Did you hear that?
I don't know.
I know you're
I didn't
big
hear
on
that
Dorito news.
They were making them ever.
Oh, yeah. It's just like it's like a Dorito, but it's a taco shell. But I heard now they're discontinued for some reason. I don't know. I'm just sharing some of my disappointment with you.
Oh, I did hear that.
Did you?
I heard that Taco Bell is not making it because they're infringing on the Dorito trademark, and they weren't willing to pay Lay's or PepsiCo, whoever it is that owns
Well, there we go. Pepsi owns
for
tacos?
residuals. So
All right, well, that makes sense then. Well, you know
it all
who
comes down to money.
and you know who loses out, Doug? Me. I lose out.
Well, if you're creative enough, you can get your Doritos and crunch them into that shape.
All right. Well, listen, I think we've talked about this long enough. Well, hey, nice find for me. We're going to keep going. Hopefully we can find a copper that we can actually see something on.
Yes.
But for now, we'll just keep on trying.
Happy with what we got.
All right, the hottest guy in this field, both finding things and looks. Charlie the Hair Hunter nabs another one. He gave the large copper sign.
Well, my shadow's over there, right here, the way it looks to me. Right there.
Absolutely. Yep.
I just got done finding that.
You just handed it in not only maybe 30 seconds ago.
I know.
This wet ground today has really been helpful. It just gives better conductivity. We're reaching down deeper. Oh, now this one, I think I see a little mark coming through in the center.
Okay.
We've had a couple of slick ones today. This one I think we're going to get something off of. I can almost see it there. We'll give it the brush down, Charlie, and see what we can get. Hopefully, a super duper duper old one.
I hope so too.
Good luck. Let's see.
Thank you.
All right, there's Charlie's coin, and we were able to ID it, and it is really bad shape. But when the sun hits it right about there, you can see the back of King William's head way up against the left side of the coin, and you can also see the front of the nose of Mary near the right side of the coin. And if they're both on there, then it must be a William and Mary, right, Charlie?
That isn't Pinocchio.
If it is Pinocchio, then those would wrap around to the other side of the coin. So this is a 1694 William and Mary halfpenny, the third one from this field. Although this one, without me putting a picture next to it, people are going to be lost because it's really rough. Now, if I flip it like this, Charlie, and if I let the sun hit it, you can kind of see right there Britannia. And again, it's bad. You can see her sitting in the chair. It's very ghostly looking. There's not much on there. It looks like it got smushed, but it's on there, but it's not much left.
I think it's ghastly,
What
not ghostly.
Isn't that the same word?
No.
Well, Charlie, that's amazing. You've got more 1600 coins out of this field than I think anyone now.
Right.
So that is.
Jason, I want to thank you for helping me identify it.
Well, Karen kind of did the identifying.
Well, now we got to identify hers.
We have to identify Karen. She's right there. No, I see her.
Yeah, she got copper.
She's the one on her knees,
got
and
a
Doug's the
copper.
one standing.
She just got a copper.
Did you really? You got a copper?
Yes.
Oh,
That's why we're hovering over.
I didn't know. All right, you take this.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm going to walk over.
Thank you, Jason.
It's going to be the super long clip when you do back to backs.
Before look at my little suspender thing.
All right, that's great, Doug. Don't stay from her glory, Doug. Come on, Doug.
Well, she's been bottom feeding.
She did bottom feed, Karen. You did bottom
I
feed.
did.
She's allowed. She's a guest.
All right, she's a guest.
Right here.
Oh, wow.
That's
It
a
seems
biggie.
thick.
That's definitely large cent size. I still have the number 5 glasses on, so I can only see 2 inches in front of my face. Where's my other glasses? Well, I'm gonna have to make do. May I hold it for a second?
Yeah, please.
Before the brush down. Ugh.
Yeah, mine's not great.
Well, you know what? We didn't brush it yet, though. I don't see relief popping off at the moment.
Just a little scratch.
A little tiny scratch. I didn't want to say that out loud. All right, let's brush this one down too, Karen, and see if we can. We're pretty good at this ID thing, Charlie. I think we got a shot. I think we got a shot. All right, well, there's Karen's circle, and this one is a tough one. I'm really struggling with an ID on this one. Now, what I think it might be, right about there when the light hits it, I think I see a ponytail. So I think he's facing right. Maybe a drape bust U.S. large cent, maybe a William III. 100-year difference there, but those both have similar size noggins, and they face that direction. Now, either one of those, it would flip like this, and I would see either Britannia or like a wreath, and I can't see a gosh darn thing on the back other than that bite mark that is like chunked into it. So Karen, I don't know if you have a 1600s coin, a 1700s coin, or an 1800s coin, because those 2 coins could span all 3 of those centuries. That stinks like butts. But you got a super nice old circle. I'm glad you're on the board.
Charlie, you want to put it in your pocket and rub it for me?
And yeah, maybe he can do the human tumbler. You know that works in the past. Well, I got a pretty good find here. I already dug it. You can see it on top of my clump there. That was the number it came up, which is around that Cobb number, so I get real excited when I see it. And no Cobb this time, but take a look at this. It's a real heavy pewter button. You can see where the shank was pushed into the back of it. You can see it just kind of fell right out. Pewter had lead in it. It's very, very soft. I could probably even dig my fingernail into it if I pushed hard enough. It's very rounded on the top, but almost looks like an umbrella. And being that this is thick, heavy pewter, this is going to be really old. But that's incredible. I've never seen one with that weird umbrella design. Absolutely fantastic find. You know, those pewter buttons are some of the oldest and earliest buttons that we get, oftentimes going back 300 years or more. So that's an incredible find. Working close to the woods line. Right on the other side of this woods is the creek. They would have been down that creek all the time to get water. So hopefully if I hug this tree line, I might get more super early things. A great find for me. Let's keep on pushing on. Well, I just plucked another good button. The other guys are getting more coins, but I'm getting some of the coolest buttons. This one's right here. Came up a low number, 2930 on the legend. And I got one of those pewter buttons like Rich had on day 1. Now it's hard to see, but there is a design of a star in there. And this is all pewter. It would have been hand worked. Rich's was a little cleaner. I'm going to try to brush mine, see if I can get more detail. You can see the shank on the back. It's all one piece. All pewter. The shank would have been wedged into that piece right there, but it snapped off. But this is super duper early, and I want to say this is like our 4th or 5th one that's this exact pattern, and mine is the worst conditioned one. Let me brush it and see if I can get any more on there, but if not, I'll at least show the one that Rich and Doug found that were better shaped, so you can at least compare it. Well, there's my pewter star button, and it's the worst of the ones we found so far. You can see some of the points of the star. It was hand etched in there. They also had little circles going through it that they punched in just to make it fancy. You can see one at around 6 o'clock. You can kind of see that star shape coming through. It did wear away over time. It's been in the ground 300 years or so. And like I said, the back, all pewter, having that shank that would have been pushed in there, one piece. Very, very cool. So I was kind of hoping I got one. I saw Rich get one. I saw Doug get one. I saw Matt get 2. And now I'm finally on the board with my own awesome star pewter button. One of the older ones I got from this field. Totally cool. Crazy. All right, well, the lovely Karen, who comes down from New Hampshire or Vermont? Vermont. She just got herself, not far from where Charlie got his Indian, she got an Indian. Indians are actually a pretty scarce coin at this field. This is only number 4 in 9 million trips. And yours is the exact same date as Charlie's, 1872. Now yours was hit by the plow. You can see that line going across it. That's an old scratch. You didn't do that. But another 1872, you know, in the book there was 4 million of them minted. We've just found a pretty good percentage of them in the last hour. But very nice, that chocolatey Hershey bar color to it. To my eyes, you know, maybe not to your eyes. Hey, nice find. I'm going to go back to my machine. Hopefully we can get one last cob before we lose the field for the season. Fingers crossed. Nice signal here out of the ground in the low 30s. In the ground it was lower. It was in the 20s. And I pulled this out. And it is another blowhole button. We must have found 5 of them in this little area we came back to. The sun is in a weird spot, so it's putting shadows up. But you can see one of the 2 blowholes on this side, the other one on that side. Shank straight up and down. This is probably penny size, but these blowhole buttons are 1700. Super cool. And to have the shank on there, real nice like that. That's a super nice button. Love the really old ones. We've gotten, like I said, over 200 buttons from this place. And when you get a unique one or a fancy one or one that we are pretty sure the date on, makes it real exciting. No marking on the front. It's pretty rare to find a blowhole button with a design on the front. So it's just plain, but real nice early colonial button. That one's going right into the special case. All right, Doug, come take a look at this. You've been asking for something like this all day, and we've so far been...
What, a Morgan dollar?
No, not quite that good. But look at this. This came up a 16, Doug. I didn't even use the shovel. I sounded shallow, so I got the leash and just plopped it up.
Oh.
And I fished around for it. You don't see it, I covered it. Right here. Take a look at this. You ready?
Yep.
This is what I got. Can you see it?
Yeah, has it got a sterling
It's got a
band
sterling
around it?
back.
Yeah, I found one of those once.
And it's some sort of a stone, a gemstone in there.
Wow.
Now, I asked Karen what color it is because, you know, I'm colorblind. And Karen said diamond color. But aren't diamonds clear?
Yeah, that's...
But this is definitely sterling. You can see
yes.
that's all
It
silver.
probably wiped right off, didn't it?
Do you think this came off of a ring or something?
I would say it did.
I think it's clear glass, don't you? Looks kind of like glass.
Well, it's not clear. It's smoky.
Yeah, it's smoky.
I was more concerned of what did it come off of?
Yeah.
And I do think maybe it popped off of an old sterling ring. And if it is, it's probably a 200-year-old ring, Doug, because there's nothing new in this field.
And with everything else we found, especially in this area, it's very old.
Well, that's really nice. The first gemstone that I've gotten from... Whoa! Well, it's gone.
Easy come, easy go.
It's so tight. I'm going to need to pinpoint. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that couldn't be aquamarine, could it?
No.
No? Okay. I don't even know what that looks like. I just make up words.
Yeah.
That couldn't be tanzanite, could it, Doug?
It's more like Tarzan.
Tarzanite? All right. Well, I'm going to put it in my bag, Doug, and I'm going to keep on going down the field.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, Dog Tag Doug, Mexican Doug, Jane Fond Doug got himself a good find. Now, in his defense, he asked me to live dig it, but it didn't sound live dig worthy on my machine, and Doug proved me wrong.
And what did I say 5 minutes ago?
I don't know. I ignored you. Hold on. Right there.
Yeah. I said...
It sounds much better now that it's out.
Sure.
It was scratchy when it was in the ground.
I did say to you, it seems like every time we're leaving this field...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we always get something really good on the way out.
Something good.
Well, this is the first time that you've been the guy. Wow, it feels thin.
I got a copper down there one time.
It feels thin, Doug.
I thought it looks like it has some detail, though.
Well, I can't tell. I hope it has detail. But yeah, I mean, maybe not. It feels thin in my hand. I haven't held one in a while. It's going to definitely need a good brushing. I can't see anything on it, but it's got a big layer of dirt all over it.
Okay.
Let's brush it down with the softest brush you got, just in case. And we'll hope that we can get something off of this guy.
Okay.
I'm hoping for you, Doug. Fingers crossed.
All right.
All right, there's Doug's copper. Now, it is not a good looking coin on this side. We can't make out anything. Real corroded, pitted. It's like it's got leprosy, Doug. I can't see a darn thing. But The saving grace is the back side. It flips like this because
And
we can clearly see.
Boy, oh boy, there's Britannia.
Yeah, there's Britannia. We can see most of her. Her head, I can
right
see her left arm. I can see the right arm. I can't see. Maybe your angle.
Yeah.
I can see the shield down there. She's sitting on the throne. I can't see enough of her right arm to see how it's oriented to figure out what it is.
It looks like it's in the down position, and it might be bent at the elbow, but that's hard to tell.
If it's bent at the elbow in the down position, she'd be triple jointed because your arm doesn't bend that way.
Well, her arm is pointing down.
Model it for me.
Like
So the shoulder part is okay.
That's why God gave you an elbow joint and a shoulder joint. And then a wrist joint.
That's true.
That goes in every direction.
Yeah, I'm getting ready
What's
to get out
her
of this
wrist
joint,
doing?
Doug, because I'm really thirsty.
Okay.
But you got a super nice
find at the
1700s
last
coin.
minute.
Yeah. Every time on the walk out, like you said, someone gets something, and today you were the someone.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind finding another.
Well, good job, Doug. That's
Yeah.
a nice old 1700s coin, and we still have a little bit of a walk through this field there to get to the cars. There's always a little bit of hope.
Yes, indeed.
Oh man, what a way to end the farm field season. 7 more large copper coins. That makes 84 for the group from January until not even the end of May. And then starting next week, the first of the houses for the 2024 season. Wait till you see some of the amazing things that we pull out of the ground. Some of the beautiful old stone houses that we're going to give tours of. And some awesome property owners that detected with us all along the way. And don't forget, this Thursday night, the Quarter After live stream, 7:15 p.m., right here on the channel. It's going to be action-packed with special guests like KG and Ringy from the TV show Diggers, Mindy and Casey, who just hosted the Detecting the Heartland hunt that me, Doug, and Charlie went to out in Boone, Iowa. Our good friends at Nokta are letting us give away a free AccuPoint pinpointer. It's completely submersible. It's got 1 or 2 tones. It even sinks into the Bluetooth headphones. You don't have to touch them with your dirty hands. Plus, we'll be telling stories from throughout the year, talking about some of these houses we've been doing, all sorts of fun with the chat. So I hope you can join us this Thursday night, 7:15 p.m., the Quarter After live show right here on the QuarterHoarder channel. But otherwise, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I got so much editing to do, it never seems to end. So thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting, and I'll see you Thursday night for the big shebang. Later.